Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whenever you're watching this. So this is Pollowin. So I'm on the Whiteacres match on the Thursday. So it's on Tree Waters and Polly, as most people refer it to. So basically the match lake. I've drawn peg 7 for those who don't know. I've never drawn up here before. To be fair, my experience on this lake is pretty limited, to be honest. So, because there just seems to be so many little fish, because we pleasure fished it a couple of times, not on Pollowin, so we fished python and trelawney. I had to really think about that. And little fish was a bit of a problem, to be honest with you. So, like hard pellets was pretty important. Oh, actually, we did pleasure fish Pollowin as well, trying to catch a great big one. So I had a nice ghosty. Obviously, my memory is not that great. But little fish was quite a problem. So hard pellets was really, really important. So just basically just tapping in pellets, just 6 mils, because they're coppins, the fishery pellets. They're quite big. Um, in retrospect, maybe I should have used 8s, but I'm not so sure because looking to catch like a lot of F1s and maybe 8s would be too selective. However, fishing 6s, I did have a few problems with roach down the edge and also across missing bites. Now, this fish ain't hooked right, as you can probably tell. So I'm thinking even hard pellets ain't right in this shallow water, or even down the edge. I'm not really catching many fish at all. I mean, they do call it a dead arm. You can see the winds blowing out of the dead arm. So you can see ripple up by sort of peg, sort of like 11 and 13. So obviously not ideal, but I have got loads of room. So you like to think maybe the fish might back off into here later, maybe. things weren't really going great as expected, so we've had to do quite a few different methods. So I mugged this F1. Wasn't very many muggers at all, to be honest. So I've caught a few fish down the edge, um, caught a few fish across, and then obviously just caught this one mugging, but really struggling, to be honest with you, the first part of the match. So not getting very many bites at all.
Postcode.
His surname first, please.
Yeah, Telling.
Sorry.
Telling. Telling.
And your date of birth?
Just sort of changing my approach, so using chopped worm to try and entice some bites. But even this was better, 100%. Getting a few little like nuisance fish, so to speak, but actually hooking them and getting them out. But catching a few small F1s, very odd small carp. So it's better, but it's still not maybe right. So coming to the latter stages of the match, lucky to draw under the trees really because it's so hot. Such a bin ginger, so it stops me from burning, I guess, so bad. So I've made the decision to start to like sort of big pot. Now I've obviously got a couple of mud lines. There's only a 16-meter pole limit, which is for me would be a bit frustrating because obviously I could fish really long to the left and also to my right to give me more lines. Obviously I know you can chuck a method there, but a method's going to be nowhere near as effective as fishing a long pole. But hey, the rules are the rules. I understand it because not everyone wants to fish like a dirty, great big long pole. I think years and years ago there was no pole limit, but they've obviously introduced one, so that's what it is, you know. So feeling much more positive now. Now, obviously, latter stages of the match, I'm hoping that the fish are going to start to feed, and this was definitely a positive move. Basically, just fishing worms on the hook, and then just literally cupping in. One line was salmon fry, so it's like a salmon fry mix, so ground bait, and then the other one was the blitz mix. So I've actually used two different mixes. So you got a 2 kilo limit, which is of ground bait, which is loads of ground bait to be honest. Um, so yeah, so I've started to give it a bit of bait, really been a bit positive. There are a few more fish moving around in the area, but I wouldn't necessarily saying that it was going to be a massive sort of mugging day now, like, you know, with an hour and a half to go. So there's definitely a few fish moving around because the lakes are relatively clear, whereas before it was pretty like barren. There was nothing really moving around. So this was definitely a good move.
Big from here.
Hmm?
Big from here. What's that? £12? What? Really? Say again, mate. Big lad, isn't it? What? Looks big from here. Looks big from here. What's that? 12 pounds? What? Really? Take it, mate. Come on, straight into that fucking bush. Fucking don't have a lot of that.
So I'm not trying to be cool or anything with my cap to the left. Trying to be cool or anything, because I so am. It's just the sun's very, very strong, so hot. I've just put it to the side of my face.
Is that it? Is that it? No, I think that's it though.
So obviously, because it's so loud behind, I'm not sure. Looking at the time, I think we've got like a few seconds left, to be fair. Now, getting me thinking, should I have fed ground bait earlier? You know, I've had no signs to my right by feeding ground bait down the edge, so I got like peg 8 all to myself a pallet in a bit of shade, quite a nice depth, and nothing's come in at all. To my left, the edge is pretty deep. Feeding ground bait would probably be carnage. I tried to catch a few fish on paste. I did have one, but I think it's a waste of time, to be honest. Our pellets was alright-ish. I just don't feel there was a huge amount of fish there, because the reeds would have been knocking. I'm sure I've had a few more sort of positive bites, to be honest. So yeah, it's difficult really. Like I said earlier in the video, that there was a few fish moving around. Latter stages of the match, obviously fish are going to begin to feed. So, you know, would I have overcooked it if I'd have fed it sooner? I honestly don't know. I don't know the venue well enough. I mean, it's quite interesting today. Like, one of the lads on the high bank's caught on the deck, and he's caught on paste in like literally 9 foot of water in this heat. A few lads are caught down the edge with room. So, you know, it's quite an interesting lake really. And then obviously shallow, like a deep chigger as well, can work on the high bank. So, you know, it's quite an interesting lake. Like, some people catch on a pallet waggler method, bomb. There's lots of different methods that do obviously work. All in all, pretty enjoyed it. Just one more section. So literally by a couple of pounds, just beat Tim. And then annoyingly just a couple of pounds off framing. So £80 got in, I had £77. So, you know, I've lost a couple as well. Definitely haven't fished a great match. So yeah, upwards and onwards. There's all the weights. It's a pretty nice turnout, to be fair.